Sorry for making y'all wait. So rude. So rude. All right. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited for tonight. I'm excited for you guys to hear from some phenomenal humans. So big waves out there. That's my favorite part. Andrew, I can only see you, so you got to wave for me. Big waves, big waves. I don't know why I'm just seeing Andrew, but I'm excited to see you, Andrew. So good to see everybody. Thank you for the waves. Thank you for the loves. And we have a great, great Zoom set up for you tonight. So first of all, I'm going to start with a little bit of what's it called? Just details for the week. So just some items that we're going to share with everybody for the week. So let me share my screen. And here we go. All right, so tonight we're going to have a Sunday success session. So excited to share just all the tips and tricks we're going to get from these beautiful ladies. So excited for all of you. And I need to come up with another word because I think I said excited like 17 times already, and it's probably not going to get better because that's who I am. So bear with me. But the first thing that I want to talk about tonight is Destin. So if you don't know already, we have an event coming up February 17th, 18th, and 19th that every single human is invited. And I want every single one of you there. So if you can get there, get there. And if you can't, well, we might have something coming for you as well. But I hope everybody can be there in person. So just a little bit of details. The 18th and 19th, this flyer is actually wrong. So if you have marked your calendar for these times, just know that we have too much content coming to you, so we've expanded it. So we did say 1 to 6 on Friday, but now it's actually starting. Doors are going to open at 11:30. So if you were planning on rolling in at 1, roll in a little bit earlier. So just make sure you set your clock. It's going to be 11:30 on Friday. We're going to run until about 6 p.m. Tons of content coming to you guys. Your leaders have really taken so much time to pick speakers from around the nation. We've got lots of corporate coming, which I'm really excited about. And it's just going to be really, really great, really, really powerful, and set us up for absolute success in 2022. So don't miss out. 11:30 until 6 on Friday. And then Sunday, we're actually going to, or Sunday, we're not going to do anything. Sunday, we're going to sleep. Saturday, there we go. I missed a day. Saturday, we're actually going to open the doors at 8:30. Again, we added more content. So we're just pushing it back a little bit so that we have more time to share with you guys. So 8:30 till noon on Saturday, then a good break so we can go enjoy that beautiful Florida weather. And then we'll come back together at 2 p.m. We'll run until 6, and then we break for our evening reception. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. But folks, we are over 75% full already. So please, if you've been waiting, if you've been thinking, well, I'm not sure, or I keep forgetting to get that ticket, or whatever it may be, please get registered, because I do not have any wiggle room. Once the tickets are gone, they're gone. And I don't want you, specifically you, to miss out. So get your ticket, join us, join us, join us. I cannot wait. And then for the rooms, just know they might be full. I had a couple people that were able to go online and they've had to pay full price for their ticket. I hope you can get the discount. So there's a phone number that's shared all over New Age Nation. If you don't have it, please text me after this. I'll get you that phone number. Or you can just Google the hotel. The Island by Hotel is the name of it. Go ahead and Google that. It will come up with the phone number on the main page, and just ask for Brittany or Vanessa or the New Age rate. And up until about Friday, they were still honoring our block rate of $99, even though it's sold out months ago. So just if you want to get there, if you don't have your room yet, go ahead and try. I hope you can get there. If you can't get to our actual resort, just know there are a ton of resorts right around it. So I would just look at a map, pick one of the neighbors, and you can't go wrong, okay? But the mastermind, I want to talk to you about this really briefly. We have an incredible mastermind plan for you. I'm so excited. And the thing I love the most about this is previously, when they've put these on, it was a rank requirement. So maybe you were brand new and you hadn't hit a certain rank yet. You had to miss out. excuse me, this time they're not doing it that way. Anyone can come. Doesn't matter if you're a CEO or if you're a supervisor or anywhere in between. Does not matter. And good thing I don't have to list them all because I don't actually know our ranks yet. But wherever you are, we'll ask Kristine about that maybe in a minute. But wherever you are, all you have to do is to qualify is to do what you're working on doing anyway, and that's to enroll brand partners. So if you enroll 2 brand partners with 200 PV and above and an auto ship, a subscription, well, then you're in. You just text me and say, hey, I enrolled my 2, and we're going to say, congratulations, welcome. We can't wait to have you. Now, let's pretend that you're an overachiever, and I think you are. If you enroll 4, not only do you get to go to the mastermind, but you get to bring somebody with you. And I'll tell you, I have sat in so many of these events, and I've sat there going, gosh darn, I wish that so-and-so was sitting next to me, right? But they didn't do the qualification. Maybe they were too new, whatever it was, they weren't able to go. Well, guess what? Now I have complete control over that, because if I do the work, I get to bring somebody with me, right? So if you enroll 4, bring a guest. You enroll 6, bring 2 guests. You enroll 8, guess what? You get to bring 3. So you just need to let me know your name and how many people you've enrolled. They're verifying it with your leaders, and we'll say, come on in. So you need to be registered and you need to enroll. And that's what you get to do in order to join us. Breakfast and lunch will be included. And then for the first 100 people to qualify and RSVP, you get to go on our Sunset Dolphin Cruise. More details on that are going to be coming this week, but it's going to be just so much fun. I actually took my kids on one of these when we were out there last November, and we had a blast. And I can only imagine if we had rented out the whole boat, which is what these gentlemen did. They rented the entire boat. It's just going to be our group, and it's going to be a ton of fun. So join us. Cannot wait for you all to be there with us. So get that qualification done and join us. Now, if you are part of our Level Up community, if you are part of the Transformation Throwdown, well, we've got you covered as well. Because on Friday, we're going to meet at 8 a.m. and we're going to do a fun photo shoot. So on the sand, Dr. Crystal Vance is creating a sign for us that's, I don't know, she's creative, so I don't know what she's doing. She had some cute ideas that she was throwing out, but just think social media, right? You've been part of the transformation at this point. It'll be what, over a month? And you probably have some transformation that took place. Well, we're going to document it for you. We're going to take some pictures. You'll look fantastic out there on the sand. You can share that to attract more people to your business. So we're going to do that at 8. And then the run or walk is going to start at 9. So I'll be walking. I'm a walker. If you want to run, well, you can join Coach Palmer and Coach Roland. They'll be zipping all over. But either way, join us. So the first mile we'll do together, just like we did in Utah. The second mile, those speedy ones can zip off and do all that good stuff. So join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to take lots of photos and have a great time. And then Saturday night, after the event, we have our white out party. So go find your favorite white outfit, whatever it is. Some people are asking, is it going to be fancy? Is it going to be casual? Well, that's up to you. I'm going to try to be a little bit fancy. I'm hoping I can fit into the outfit that I have picked out. Maybe it'll be a little different. We'll see. But you decide if you want to be fancy or casual. And what I love about it is, depending on the weather, it is going to be outside. So maybe it's a white coat. Maybe it's a white tank top. You never know in Florida. So you guys maybe pick a couple things and bring them along, but it's going to be a fantastic event. If you've ever been to a Palmer party before, they are a ton of fun, and he lays out the red carpet. So be prepared to have a great time Saturday night. So that's Destin. Just want to make sure you guys had all of the details. And now I'm going to share a couple of the calls for this week. So on Monday, we have New Age Live. We have Tim Sales. So that's going to be exciting. I know everybody loves hearing from Tim Sales. So that'll be Monday night at 7. Then on Wednesday, we have Dr. Ginger. I know I'm obsessed with Dr. Ginger. Anytime she's on something, I'm on it, because she's so great at just laying out all the details. She's fast, to the point, and gives me what I need to know so that not only I can benefit from our products, but I know what to say to somebody else that is tuning in and wants to know more. So we're going to be learning about the water bottle and the water filter. Can't wait for that. And then on Thursday, Limu folks, you recognize this face, our Andrew Rios. So he's going to be sharing about the comp plan. So jump on and hear about our commissions and all that kind of good stuff. And guys, one thing last week, I struggled. I'm not a Facebook guru. I struggled a little bit finding this. So just know that it is in the New Age North America Leadership Group. So search for that name, New Age North America Leadership Group. And that is where you can find the training. It's going to be a Facebook Live. If you missed last week, it's there, so you can watch it. So catch that if you missed it. And then we still have our detox on sale. So it's in loyalty. I love the detox, especially with so many of us running through this transformation throwdown. It's like the secret weapons. We've got our skinny drops, right, that help us with that, all the self-control and the liquid discipline and boosting that metabolism. And then this helps get everything out so we can detox and be healthier and see the pounds go down. So if you haven't got that yet, grab it, because this is a great, great price. And then we still can register for Transformation Throwdown. So I know so many people are just getting started with the business. You can still be getting yourself enrolled, and you can still be bringing those new team members to get on board and not miss out on the prizes and all that good stuff. And then lastly, from the announcement side, if you guys haven't grabbed this cookbook yet, go do yourself a favor, especially if you're trying to follow the meal plan. I'll tell you, the biggest struggle that I've had since the beginning is we had got a list of ingredients. I don't know what to do with ingredients if you don't give me like a roadmap on how to use them. This is the roadmap of how to use them. I literally have this on my desk at all times, right next to my kitchen. And I decide what I'm going to eat that week, flip through here. That's how I pick my meal plan. And it makes it so simple, takes all the thought out of it. So grateful for it. So if you don't have yours yet, www.ricksandhams.com is where you can grab it. And I know corporate's going to be doing kind of a cooking show with these ladies. Kristine might be able to tell us a little bit more about it, but going to be phenomenal. So with that, I'm going to change gears. So I have a beautiful and fierce woman. I mean, look at this, joining us tonight. So Lucy, you should be able to unmute yourself. So if you wouldn't mind.
Hi,
there you are.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. How are you doing today?
Awesome. Well, I'm doing great, and I just wanted to tell you guys I'm absolutely honored. Thank you for you guys, for having me on here tonight. So,
well, I'm honored to be on here with you. I think you're a rock star, and I'll tell you, one of my favorite things about you is you are the most incredible encourager. I watch you in Level Up Life, and you're on there, you're loving on people, you're sharing posts. Like, you definitely have an encourager's heart, and it shows in everything you do. So thank you so much for jumping on here with us tonight. Appreciate you. Thank you. Awesome. So I hear you have an anniversary coming up just next month.
Yes. So it will be my 1-year anniversary with New Age.
Yes. So you're still a New Age newlywed, we'll call it. Right. You're brand new here, and you're from a smaller town near Sacramento, California. Is that correct?
We just moved in the outer parts of Sacramento, California. Just about a year ago. We just decided, we like the space, a little bit more country. So, but yeah.
I love it. Well, it's a beautiful part of the country. And I'm glad that you not only joined New Age, but that you joined us this evening. So thank you so much for that. And just had a couple of questions for you. So I wanted to know, first of all, what you have done to level up recently. So either your business, your health, whatever you'd like to share with us tonight.
What I've done is I've stayed consistent. And in order for, leveling up, basically what I've done on that part and aspect of my life is not just the products. It's what you plug into. And I now have a regimen down where I get up at 3:30 in the morning a.m. Pacific Standard Time, because I do the pop boot camp with Amy Summers at 6 Central. So that's 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, my time. So once I had that consistency and that commitment to start my boot camp that early, it then gave me time to hop onto, the coach's corner with you and, Coach Brent Palmer and Coach Meyer. And after that, I now hop onto the morning mindset with the Ramseys, right afterwards. So, guys, I basically, with my experience, is not only is it the products, but it's what you feed your mind, and your soul. Okay, with the positivity that is given to you, the tools that are given to you with this company and the leaders, and the things that you can plug into. And it's changed my life. Working out was huge. And that made me feel, like I was unstoppable, like, oh my gosh, I can do this. Right. And then when I started listening to you guys on Coach's Corner, it's just always so inspiring and motivating, and just feeding the mind positivity. Right. And then after that is the morning mindset with the Ramseys. So basically setting myself up in the morning with all those things leveled up my life to be bulletproof on negative things that may be thrown at you in the day. It seriously does. And it's changed my life. And I started that, and I started the serious commitment and consistency with all of this about 4 months ago. And, when I first initially came on to, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there are probably still kind of, lollygagging, like, I'll check it out, or I don't know, I'm not sure. But when you actually change your mindset around, guys, and plug in, you have to know there's so many supporters out there, especially this company. I can't even imagine, Andrea, like any other company out there that is as amazing and inspiring and motivating, and just the leadership of lifting everybody from the bottom up and treating all of us as equals. I mean, it's incredible. And I can't thank you guys enough. It's changed my life. And I love the community. The community is amazing. The products are amazing, guys. And what I wanted to do on my behalf, which makes me feel good and whole, is doing the same for others that are within the company too. Seeing that people are actually getting their workout on, encouraging them, sharing their posts, because we all need it. It feels good. You want to lift everybody. Nobody's better than, not one person here is better than another. Bottom line. I don't care how you look. I don't care how much money you have, or how much stronger you are. We're all equal. We all need each other. So right. That's pretty much what I live by. So yeah.
Well, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love having you as part of the community. And that has been a gift to all of us. So, I feel like it's such a give and take where we all benefit both ways. Like when I encourage somebody else, I feel better. And when I get encouraged, I feel better. So it's a win-win all around. So I'm so grateful for that. And with that, let me ask you, what, if you could come up with something, what do you think is what excites you the most right now?
Going to events, guys. I'm sorry, I have to. Going to events, because I am a very one-on-one type of personal person. I love hugging people. I love being around people. I love joking around people. I love having a meal with people, right? And I do real estate. So, I'm a very sociable person. And it's really these events are, if you guys haven't bought your tickets, guys, get your tickets. That's all I gotta say. You have to get your tickets. But I'm excited. It's like, because I can finally get to hug you guys. It's stale being just away with Zooms and, not being able to see one another in person. So, but yeah, that's what excites me, is definitely the events, coming out of it, and, just seeing how people grow from it. So Yeah, that motivates me for sure.
I love it. I love it. So one last question. I can't wait for hugs all around. I'm going to line up. I get one of the first ones. Okay. But with your, working out and everything that you're doing, and I know you're so busy, like, what is your favorite, like, what are the products that you just cannot live without?
So more Rejuvenex for sure. So this is my regimen in the morning. And just to let you guys know, I haven't been working out or anything because I actually just recently got a snowmobile accident. So I've been out. So I'm probably out for the season, but it's okay. It's nothing's gonna stop me still. But I'll still do my upper body workouts. But yeah, so my morning regimen basically was as soon as I get up and before I work out, my pre-workout is Rejuvenex Moi. I've actually used, instead of using Renew at night, I'm using Renew in the morning with Elite. It's because I'm thin already. I don't want to like have my body lose fat at night, with what Renew does. So during the day, I actually take Renew as it works through my body during the day, and it has, the B vitamins, right? So it helps. But so that's what I do for pre-workout. And then as soon as I get done working out, I juice. So I have carrots, apples, garlic, and celery in my juice. And I take that, and that's where I put the Pure Nourish, Power Boost, my beauty blend. So all the powders, along with a banana. And then I blend, and of course you're giving greens, love the giving greens. And then I blend that all together. And that is my post meal. Okay. Right afterwards. And during that time, I take all of my optimals, all of my NutriFied supplements along with it. So that's pretty much my regimen during the morning. And then of course, as directed on the bottles, the supplements that are needed for the day. Yeah.
Well,
And then,
I'm
sorry, I left out Accelerate 8. Yeah, I do that too. I don't do the Slitterizer because, again, I don't want to lose weight. It's just letting for the ones out there that, are tiny like me and can't lose weight. Accelerate 8 is good for you, but, I set aside the Sunriser.
Yeah. Well, perfect. Well, I love it. And sounds like you have definitely got a great schedule set up and a lot that we can learn from. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate you sharing that. And thank you so much for being on here with us tonight. And I cannot wait to see you in about 3 weeks now, something like that, for our event. So look forward to it. We're going to give you a big squeeze, and thank you again. And
thank you guys for having me. Can't wait to see all you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So now we're going to switch again, and I want you guys to see these pictures. And Jackie, if you don't mind, if you could unmute, check out these photos. Like, you almost cannot tell it's the same person. But what I love the most, if you look, and you don't see it in the first ones, but if you look in the second photos, look at her smile. Look how vibrant Jackie looks. And it's not necessarily about the body composition. It's about the human feeling so much healthier. And I love that. That like kind of chokes me up a little bit if I think too much about it. So Jackie, are you here with me tonight? I saw you a minute ago.
I'm here.
Ah, beautiful. Well, thank you so much. And do you ever get tired of looking at these photos, or do you just stare at them all day long?
No, I don't. I don't stare at them all day long, but I love sharing them with people that think it's not possible.
Right. Definitely a lot of hope offered right there.
Yeah.
Incredible transformation. So how are you feeling?
I feel amazing. I have kept this weight off for over 2 years.
Wow.
And, I do that by sticking to the approved food list, at least 80% of the time, and I was really excited to see that Tammy had a cookbook out. I'm actually doing one too. I didn't know that she did one. So, but the reason why I was creating it is because one of the things that made it made my journey so much easier was, I think it's a really important thing to be able to sit down and eat meals with your family.
Yes.
And you don't have to sacrifice taste for health. There are so many recipes out there that you can make whole. You can make to be approved, Slender Eyes approved and clean. And I think that, one of the things that people think that you're going to have to eat something different than the rest of your family, or they think that they're going to have to eat the same thing every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but you don't. So I think that is really important. And I think it's also very important to I wish I had done this, but take pictures of yourself from the beginning, like every month, because when you feel like you want to quit, go back and look at them, because you won't anymore. You deserve it too. So that's really important.
Well, that is super powerful. And I can't wait to see your cookbook. I feel like every single tool that we have in our tool belt, like I'll get it the second that you put it out there. So please share it with us, give us links, whatever we need to purchase it and get it from you, because I love this one, and I know I'm going to work my way through it, and I'm going to want another one, because I don't like eating the same thing all the time, which
Right.
I did. So when if I follow the food plan and I'm not great about it, so like I'm the first one to say, like, I forget that I'm supposed to follow it, because I say those are just ingredients, I need direction. But when I do follow it, I pick the one thing I can eat for breakfast, and the one thing I can eat for lunch, and the one thing for dinner. And then my kids aren't going to eat like that. So they're getting something completely different, and I'm doing twice the work, or they're having to feed themselves, which is probably more accurate. So I love it. I cannot wait for it. So please share it when you have it, because that would be fantastic. Appreciate it. So tell me, kind of a different perspective, kind of a different part of the journey. What are you the most excited about right now?
Definitely the events. Like Lucy said, I don't want to repeat like what she said, because God knows I can't steal that thunder. She's a hard person to follow. But I think mostly what I'm excited about is my fitness goals, and reaching them. Like, I just get so excited, because I reached my goal a long time ago with my weight loss. And, I was like, I gotta find something new. So starting in July, not only fitness, but I have applied new goals for my business, for my organization, for my the room I work in. I'm renovating it right now. And I also started running. I started the boot camp in September. I'm up to actually 12 miles now. I'm going to be running a half. And I just feel amazing. And like Lucy said, I don't get up at 3:30. But, lucky for me, I'm on the East Coast, so it starts at 7 for me. But
that is lucky.
Yeah. But I love the boot camp. And the best part about the boot camp is the community. Everyone is so encouraging, and you get to meet other people in a company that you didn't even know were there before. And, and you're so lucky to have met them, because it's just one more person that believes in you and that you can give encouragement to.
Well, I love that. I'm an official popper, but I am not an official popper, because I have watched one. This is, I shouldn't admit it, but I'm gonna. It's what's the date? It's the 23rd. So I think we were supposed to start like the 3rd or the 4th. But that's okay. That's okay. I'll do it again next month, and maybe I'll do it. Who knows? But I watched one, and I've said, okay, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna happen. And it's going to happen. I love plugging into different communities. So I don't know why I've been a lazy McDaisy, but I have been. So I guess I'll start popping with all you guys. It'd be so fun. I know it would. And then maybe I'd learn some new moves, because I don't know how to do any of that exercising stuff. So maybe I'll see you on there or something. I don't know how it even works. I don't even know how it works, but we'll figure it out. So
her program, her pop boot camp is awesome. And you see results like the 3 pictures of me. I can't even believe, like, I didn't see them as they were going, but when I put them side by side, I was like, wow, you know, because you don't really notice it as you're going along, you know, but then you're like, wow, this is really working, you know, because you're tripping over yourself during the boot. I don't, your balance and you're falling, you know, but they work. So.
All right, I'm inspired. All right, I'll do it. So, okay, I'll see y'all on there. So thank you for that. And I know we talked about this a little bit earlier and you're like, okay, I'm gonna have to write it down. So I'm guessing your list is long. So if you would share with us, what is your product regimen that you focus on?
Yeah, so I have my cheat sheet. I take the Optimals morning and night. Magnical D, I take it at night because it helps me sleep. I used to be on a sleeping pill, but I'm not anymore. The Vinali I take morning and night. Rejuvenix only in the morning. Noni, sometimes I take it 3 times a day, but I definitely take it before my runs and after my runs. If I'm sore when I get up in the morning from the day before, I'll take some in the morning as well. The MOA I take before and after my workouts. The MOA is amazing. That's the one that I noticed the most difference in with my workouts is I just really, my recovery is so fast compared to what it was before that. I also drink the 5X, SRQ. I take the Beauty Rest at night. 3 or 4 times a week, I do a meal replacement with the Pure Nourish and, you know, with fruit and all that yummy stuff. And now that we have Renew, I am taking that at night and I make it with Elite and the Beauty Boost. I also take it with, let's see, Giving Greens. So I take all of that at night. Once in a while, I take the Energy to Go. And I use the skincare. I mean, you name it, I use it because I love it all.
Well, that I feel like is the biggest gift that we have here. Like I shop from us.
Mm-hmm.
There's products you get anywhere. You go to different marketplaces, go online, you know, and you never really know how high quality it is. And I love that I can come here, I can shop our mall,
Mm-hmm.
I can find all the things and know that they are the best of the best. So you've got some extra ones in there that I haven't tried yet. So now I'm adding to my shopping list so I can check them out. So thank you so much, Jackie. I so appreciate you. Funny story, guys. I met Jackie with a lady on my team trying to recruit her to the same company. And like, that's how we met. I don't even know how many years ago it was, within 2 years, because you've been here for 2 years, but she was so gracious about it. And I don't even remember who I was with, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. It'll come to me like the minute we get off this call. But
Wendy.
yes, it was.
Yeah.
So it was like probably one of the more awkward calls that I've been a part of, because it was like, we're going to share something that's really exciting. And she's like, I am in, is that at the time it was ARCS? Is that ARCS? Because I am a part of ARCS. So it was fun, but she was so gracious about it and an absolute sweetheart. And then now we get to see each other at events and give each other real life hugs and all of that good stuff. So that was really fun. It was a fun way to meet you. So thank you so much, Jackie. I so appreciate you and your heart and your inspiration. And thank you so much for being on here tonight and appreciate you. So thank you.
I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. So guys, we're doing another switcheroo and now we are moving to corporate. And I'll tell you, I met Kristine a couple of years ago now. I think I'm horrible with time, so just bear with me. But one of my favorite people at the corporate office, my favorite time spending with her, we were at the Fort Worth event and she was just so much fun, so friendly, so welcoming. And if you ever want something to be done, like if you're going to make a request and you just know, like, have you ever had somebody where you make a request and you're like optimistic that it might get done, but then there's other people that you make a request and you just, the weight's off your shoulders because you know it's taken care of? Well, that is Kristine. So I am just honored and excited to have her on here tonight. So Kristine, if you wouldn't mind unmuting yourself and joining us this evening, thank you.
Thank you. That was so nice, Andrea.
It's so true.
Love you. We love you. We love all of our brand partners. And, you know, everyone was mentioning events. And for me, that's my favorite part, because we love you all as a whole. But when we get that one-on-one time, it develops these like lifelong friendships. And it's just so meaningful.
Well, they're powerful. They are powerful. It means so much to us as well. And I'm sure that you get bombarded because we're like, ooh, we're so excited. Like the celebrities are in the house when we get to see corporate. So thank you. And I know that currently you are, I think I'm going to mess up this title, but bear with me, the North American Marketing Director. And you have been working like right alongside Cameron Bott. And what I feel is so powerful about that is it lets us all just feel that comfort of knowing we are just in such capable hands. So thank you so much for your role there. And I know that there have been a lot of fun and powerful changes going on in corporate lately. So if you wouldn't mind just sharing with us just a little bit about, you know, what your role is kind of transferring into or changing into, a little bit about that with us tonight.
So, you know, this past year, we talk about it a lot. You know, it's had a lot of bumps and bruises, and we've all decided, you know what, we're just going to look forward. We're going to move on. But the nice thing about having some of those bigger issues kind of behind us is we've really been able to take a look and stop and listen to the field and see the results of some of the things that we've put out there. And we're able to go back and change some of the things that didn't work and stick with some of the things and build on some of the things that did work. I know Cameron talks a lot about bringing back the culture of all of our tribes. I know I saw Kitty Hilton come in. I don't know if she's our only Zenoa person, but you know, I started out with Zenoa. And so I love my Zenoa tribe, and we had such a great culture. And I know now that I've gotten to know the RX people, they have such a great culture. Nucerity, New Age, RX, everybody. And so although we are #same team, and that we're all one team, I love the concept that we're going to be able to keep with the cultures that we've had and that we love. So I think some of the things we're focusing on this year, you know, when Cameron and I sat down, I kind of outlined my goals for him. And I know, Andrea, I've gone through these with you, but it was all about focus, follow through, fundamentals. And I love that he added fun. And he reminded me, in everything that we do, we have to have fun. We need to get back to the fun. And for me, that's easy. I love to have fun. So.
Well, you are fun. I feel like just some people just sparkle with fun. So I think that sums you up. So I love that. Love to have you doing everything that you've been doing. It's been very, very powerful. And it's really, I've already seen it in the field, all the benefits. So thank you for that. And thank you for your hard work. And, you know, with all of this going on, right, everything, what do you feel is the most exciting? Like, what are you the most enthusiastic about?
So, you know, if from a field perspective, I would have to say Renew as a product. I think it's going to be a game changer. And when you see the cool things and the programs and the promos that we have built around that, you are going to just be so excited. So I think as a product, Renew, I think as a company, I think being able to kind of switch gears a little and focus more on the fun and go back to our fundamentals of simple things of just sharing what we love, sharing the product, sharing it with others, asking people to join the team in just a really organic way. So those are the things that I'm really excited about. I think from a corporate perspective, and it kind of goes back to the question you asked, is how my role will evolve. One thing that I really love is that when Cameron came in and started working with us, you know, he said, you guys already have everything you need. And that was so comforting to know that now we're not all separate departments. You know, Omar and Maria, their customer support, and we've always worked with them, but until we moved into this building, we were in separate wings of the building. Now we're all together. So when we plan out our promos, when we plan out events, there is a representative from every single group, whether it's IT, operations, customer support, marketing. And to be able to do that, it really is magical because we have our customer support team is the most important key we have because they are the ones you guys are talking to every day. So I can think of something that I think is just absolutely amazing. And I'll talk to Omar and Maria and they will bring such a unique perspective. They'll bring your perspective to it. So as far as how we work as a corporate level, you'll see a lot more team leadership and working together that hopefully benefits everyone.
Well, it sounds fantastic. I think if I could cheer, I think I would cheer. I think everybody on here is really excited by that. That's huge. And, you know, kind of going back. So we've been talking forward, but if we go back just a little bit, because I like to do things out of order, it's who I am. You have a pretty decorated background. Working with influencers, working with television. So can you share a little bit about that and how it's helped you with this part of your career?
I do, and I'll keep it short. And I know that many of you on this call have maybe heard a little portion of this story, but I think tonight what I want to bring it back to is how my experiences and how I feel and I hope that it will help me as I work and as I work for you, because I'm really I'm your servant. I'm your facilitator. You guys are already the experts and I'm just here to help you. So my story actually starts back when I was I got married very young, got married when I was 19. I did Pampered Chef, got my husband through law school. I thought I was so great. I directed out like in, a few weeks. I thought I was so, I loved it. It was so exciting. And then I decided to stay home. And I remember after my husband graduated and he got a very lucrative offer and was doing very well, he was filling out, he was getting an award for something and he was filling out a paperwork and it said, list all your awards and your career and then list your wives. And on that one, he put NA, not applicable. And he didn't mean to hurt my feelings. He didn't mean to. But at that time, I had 2 babies, 1 on the way. I was a stay-at-home mom. I loved it. I loved being a stay-at-home mom. But I just remember how painful that was to me. And that I thought, you know what? I don't ever want to be an NA on a paper. And like I said, bless his heart, he didn't mean it. So I went back to school, and through that, we'll skip ahead a few steps. I got involved working with shopping TV. I started out, I'd work with smaller companies and get their products on QVC or HSN. Eventually, I started working directly with them as a host. I then became a buyer. And what's really interesting, how I'm going to bring this back to New Age and being an entrepreneur is, I loved it. And it was great. I got to travel all over. I had a great job. I was able to stay home with my kids. I just, maybe go somewhere on the weekends. It was great. And then, but what I realized was the thing I loved most about it was finding new small companies. I loved finding new dreamers, new businesses. And unfortunately, QVC and HSN, they would only work with larger brands. So me, thank goodness, I was young and didn't know what I was doing, decided, I'm going to start my own online shopping TV network. And this was before like Facebook Live or any of that. And I did it. And I will say that I was inspired and the timing was right. But what it allowed me to do was help so many small businesses. I mean, I'll never forget one of my clients, his name was Bubba. And he saw his wife quilting all day and cutting out the pieces. So he invented this laser ruler that helped her cut out her pieces. And I actually was able to help Bubba sell his product to Walmart. And it was so exciting to me to see these dreams come alive. So as my career progressed, I realized that was what I really loved. And so through my shopping network, I worked with not only companies, but also influencers, people that wanted a platform that didn't have one. So I would create shows for them on my platform that showcase their talents. And I loved that portion. So eventually I was really fortunate because one of the largest shopping channels in Europe wanted to buy my company. And so at that time, the writing was on the wall. The video, a lot more people were starting to do video feeds, and it was perfect timing. So I moved to London for 4 years to help them facilitate that. And when I moved back, I'm not going to lie, I was lost. I was lost because all of a sudden this platform that I once had to be able to help people with their dreams, all of a sudden I didn't have anymore, and I didn't know who I was. And during that time, I'd gone through a divorce, my kids had grown up and left home, and I was really feeling down. And if any of you listened to Fred yesterday on Brent's call and him talking about experiencing just depression and uncertainty, my whole life I had taught empowerment and be your best, and here I was eating my own words because I had no idea what I was going to do next. So I know we don't have a lot of time, so I'll just sum this up and just say a very good friend of mine, his name's David Costello. He's one of the founders of Zenoa. He said, well, just come work with me for a few months until you decide what you're going to go to do, what you want to go do. And I want every single one of you on this call to know that I found my home. I found my place. I love working with brand partners. I love trying to, working with corporate and trying to find tools that actually work and helping you build your businesses. That is genuinely what makes me so happy. Never in a million years did I think that I would go from, being a shopping TV host and writing designer books about your house to now being very, very corporate, very business. But I want you to know there's power in the pivot. And what I mean by that is you can always recreate yourself. You can be whoever you want to be. And there were days when I thought that the best of my life had already happened. I had already achieved such great things. And I became overwhelmed and thought, well, I just have to endure. I don't know, how could I ever top that? And what I realized is it's not about topping it. I pivoted. And some days all I could do was show up. I wish I could tell you I got out of bed and I ran a mile and I ate healthy. No, there were days I got up and brushed my teeth, and that was about all I could do. But I got up, I showed up. And when I met David Costello and fell in love with the MLM or the direct selling experience, and it just got better and better when we moved with RX and then we moved with New Age, to be surrounded by so many of you. You inspire me every day. You remind me that I'm grateful for that I was able to pivot, and I'm grateful that I am able to continue doing what I love, and that is helping others with their businesses and make their dreams come true. So hopefully that wasn't too long. Sorry, Andrea.
I could have listened to you all night. That was incredible. You just shared your heart with all of us. So, and I'm a big sap. So like if you've ever been on a call with me before, like I cry, it's ridiculous. Like that got me. So that was beautiful. And I feel like so blessed to have you on our side, because how powerful of that was that your passion just poured on all of us, and what a gift to all of us. So thank you for that. And that was just great. That was great. So you said something that I'd never heard before today. And you talked about that you love focusing on over the fence sales, and that it was something that just means so much to you and you're passionate about. What does that mean?
So when you work in shopping TV, they really focus on that, the over the fence sale. And we've all done it. We might not have called it that, but we've all done that. If you've used that really awesome mascara, or I always like to use this analogy because this has been going on since our great-great-grandparents, when they were sharing their favorite fertilizer with, their buddy across the fence and saying, hey, I tried this and it worked really good. Social influence and direct selling has been happening since the beginning of time. And it's about being organic. It's about selling something you love. And that was why I loved shopping TV, was because I was able to actually talk about these products that I loved with other people that loved it. And so when I came into this industry, I realized how it's exactly the same thing. It's just sharing those products in an organic way.
Well, I love how you put it, because I've never thought of it that way, but it's true. It's so true. So with that, you just kind of said a little keyword over there, social selling, a little bit influence, like you said some things. And we've all heard kind of the buzz around social selling, and that's kind of where our world is I mean, we've seen it. The power of social media on a variety of levels is pretty incredible. But can you share a little bit about what we as brand partners can expect help with from like internally? Kind of, I've heard you kind of drop some little hints. I don't know how much you can share, but little hints of what we can expect kind of moving forward in the social selling sphere.
So one of the things I have to tell you that you guys have to look forward to, and me being in social media for so many years and working with social influencers, when I saw this, my mouth was like, and it is a practical training guide on how to do social media. Because one of the things there is nothing I hate more than a corporation trying to teach people how to do social media. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And I love Karima so much because I get to work so closely together with her now. And they've realized that. I used to have clients like JCPenney, like Canon cameras, that would hire me just to make their social media not look corporate, so that I could go find regular people. And so I really want to get away from the scariness of social media, of being a Kardashian. That's not what social media is. Let's put that out of our brain. And let's remember that all social media is over the fence selling. If you like horses, are you going to talk to people that like, as I choke, that like horses? Be involved in those types of groups. If you like yoga, great, go do yoga. But don't ever think that you have to do yoga and you have to run 50 miles a day to be successful at selling fitness products. This program that our global team has put together is so unbelievably fantastic, because it doesn't just say the obvious. It doesn't just say, be organic. It goes through step 1, step 2, step 3, how to do that. And so it is the first time that I have ever been excited about anything that has come from a corporation about social media. And Disraeli, who put this together, has curated this from social influencers, from companies, from you guys. It is a roadmap for success to be exactly who you are.
I can't be more excited for that. And guys, little teaser, we're going to have Disraeli in Destin. So we probably will get some of this information there. So if you want to learn, go get your ticket and join us. Well, Kristine, that was amazing. And I have one last question, and then I'll let you be, but I would talk to you all night. Like, y'all can go to bed or something, but I'd just stay on here with Kristine. But if you wouldn't mind just sharing, what would be one tip that you would suggest to us out in the field that we could do this week that would perhaps let us benefit from what Disraeli is going to be laying out for us, or let us benefit more from what we already have our hands on? Like, what would you say that we could do that would help with that?
Okay, I'm going to say 2 things. One, if you haven't already, this is a plug for my department. If you haven't already, please sign up for the New Age Share app, because we share a lot of really cool things like through that. So if you're not signed up, please sign up. Please have your team sign up. As far as what you can do to get prepared for this new social selling program this week, I want you to really think about who you are. I want you to put together a list of 5 things of who you are, not who you want to be. That list can come later. Who you are today. Whether it is, I love animals. I love to cook spaghetti. I love to cook pasta, whatever that is. And sometimes that's a really hard thing to be like, well, I don't know. What do I like? Go to your Facebook, go to your Instagram and scroll through. You'll find a pattern. You'll see what you like. You'll see what you like. You'll see if you're posting outdoor camping pictures or if you're posting beach pictures. And that is one really quick way to see what is your algorithm, what is your common theme. But pick 5 things. And we're not going to get into brand development yet, but for right now, decide who you are, what makes you happy, and we're going to build on that. And that is going to be what your influence is.
Yeah, well, that was powerful right there. So thank you so much. I wrote it down. So I think I love the power in the pivot. I think that was just life-changing in that one little sentence alone. And I'm just so grateful that you joined us tonight. You shared your heart with us. You shared all of this great information. And I am so grateful to have you on our side at corporate. So thank you. Cannot wait to squeeze you and Dustin. There was another little teaser right there, guys. And just cannot wait. And I'm so grateful for you tonight. And guys, love each and every one of you. Please give a big shout out and a thank you to Kristine and to Lucy and to Jackie for joining us tonight. And I hope to see every single one Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. on the Coach's Corner. So thank you guys so much. And I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks a bunch, everybody.
Thank you.
You guys have a great evening.
Ladies.
And thanks for your encouragement, Mike.
Thank all,
Appreciate it.
all of you.
Thank
all
you,
of
thank you,
y'all
thank
are
you.
amazing.
Great.
Thanks, Andrea.
Thank
Thanks,